This tattoo was sent in to us by Dave from Twin Falls, Idaho, and he wants a review, so let's break it down. As you guys can see, this tattoo is fully healed, and I think it looks pretty great. The artist that did it goes by the name of Tim Hodge. You can find him right there on Instagram, Tim Hodge Tattoos from Twin Falls, Idaho. He is currently working at Black Heron Tattoo if you want to check him out. Does a lot of black and gray realism stuff, a lot of animal work, really cool stuff, so check it out for yourself, you guys. Now let's break it down. So first off, let's talk about the shading, because there is a large area of really saturated shading that he did behind this piece. And keep in mind, it's on a rib cage, very not easy skin to work with, very stretchy, elastic skin. And overall, to be honest, to saturate gray like this over a large area is not easy to do, because gray wash is typically a much thinner pigment. The viscosity is much thinner, and so it's easier to apply it, but it's harder to saturate it evenly like this. And so you might notice there's areas right here where it gets a little bit darker, area up here where this chunk is darker than this chunk. But overall, I gotta be honest, I'm nitpicking, because I know how hard it is to do this, especially when you see that he went from darker down here to lighter up here. And so overall, when I'm seeing a little bit of patchiness down here, I'm not gonna give him a hard time for that, because I know this is very, very difficult and very, very skilled work on his part. So for the shading, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the small details, because man, he did some really cool textures in these. Look at those arrowheads. You can see the wrap on each one. You can clearly see the little strands. You can see the light source, the shadows. I think he textured it great. And again, with the wolf's face, just really well done. I don't really like the flow of the hair right here. It looks a little goofy to me, but overall, I mean, a wolf in this position is a little bit goofy to me. But also the pads of the feet there, he just kind of blacked them out. I almost wish we could see the individual pads on each one of them toes there on the wolf. But overall, I do think that he is a master at this small detail. Not doing too much, not doing too little. It looks clean from a distance, really well done. So for the small detail, I'm going to give him a 9.8 out of 10. And lastly, let's talk about the healing, because this is a fully healed piece. I didn't catch how old it was from Dave, but I can just tell there is no patchiness, no places where it's scabbed too much, no blurred out areas where he maybe overworked the black or something like this. Overall, this is just really well healed, especially when you take into consideration it's on a rib cage. So for the healing, I got to give him a 10 out of 10, and I think it's well deserved. And that means overall, I'm going to rate this one a 9.7 out of 10. Tim Hodge just did an incredible job, and Dave actually sent me 2 other tattoos that he has by Tim, and they're both really, really clean looking. Look at that. I believe that's a little otter. I think he did a great job. I think the shading might have been a little bit darker on this side, just so that it differentiates from this light side of the otter's underbelly there. But and it also would have shown those whiskers a little bit better if that shading was a little bit darker, just a little bit. But overall, again, just looking from a distance, this is a really clean, readable piece, beautifully done. Same with this owl. Great texture, great small detail. Overall, I was just very, very impressed looking through Tim Hodge's portfolio. So absolutely 9.7 from me, guys. Let me know how you would rate this one down in the comments below. Otherwise, if you want your tattoo rated, just send it in. All right, bye-bye.